Happy Thursday, everybody. I am so excited sliding into the weekend with another great episode of Cocktails with Cav. Tonight, have a great show with Arthurian Fantasy author Jerry Cook coming to us from beautiful Johnson City, Tennessee in the Appalachians. Got an incredible book promo going on for his Arthurian tale. And you're going to want to stick around and hear this. And so please follow, like us, hit the notification bell so you never miss a show. And make sure you share our shows and repost them. Let everybody get to know these incredible indie authors, entertainers, and artists that come on the show as a guest. We appreciate it. And I tell you, I'm still here. I survived the Mardi Gras holiday in New Orleans. I don't know how, but I did. So I'm still here, had too many cocktails, but I think it's only fair. That's the name of the show too. So, but geez, and we got so much exciting news too. I'd like to share with you next week. We're going to have a new set for the show. Going to be incredible. And we're getting some sponsors, y'all. It's going to be great. We're taking off, and it's really, I can't thank the audience enough. You guys have been so good to us. We really appreciate you. So the show's moving along, I tell you. And one more bit of business, please. Let me give a special shout out to our guest on episode 9, K.E. Jennings. She's an incredible debut author, and I'm just real excited for her today. Today's her pre-order day launch. If you have a Kindle device, please go check her out at kejennings.com. Her book, The Only Ones Left, is available now for pre-order as of today. So just some more exciting news and a special shout out to one of our former guests. What a great interview we had. If you haven't had a chance to check out episode 9, please do so. Go check her out. Well, that's it for all the business. Please check out our merch page. Great swag, great way to support the show. And as always, consider supporting the show at our tip function. The QR code will be up all show long. Take you straight to it. We'd really appreciate your support. Well, without further ado, please help me welcome to the stage the incredible Arthurian Fantasy author, Jerry T. Cook. Hey, how you doing, Jerry, man? I am so glad you could finally join us for the show. I've been wanting to talk to you about your work and your new work, man. How you been?
Oh, I've been pretty good, real busy working.
That's it, huh? Well, how's everything going in the beautiful Appalachians there in Johnson City, Tennessee? You doing all right?
Oh, yeah, keeping along. It's been pretty chilly lately, but
yeah, oh, absolutely. Yeah, you can have the cold. I'm done. Well, that's why we warm up with cocktails, buddy, on Cocktails with Cav. That's what you have over there. That looked very interesting.
Oh, yeah, that is some Eagle Rare. Aged 10 years.
That is a beautiful drink to have on Cocktails and Cav, my friend.
It is fancy, man.
That's right, fancy. Oh, man. Well, I tell you, Jerry, as a sci-fi author and all that, we really like the viewers to get to know the creators, man. Indie creators work so hard. Why don't you tell us a little about yourself, man, and how life up in those beautiful mountains are?
Well, honestly, I started out in California. I moved up here about 2 years ago, and I've been a stay-at-home dad and, working on my books and stuff. And I probably get about, I don't know, an hour a day, if that, to work on them, but I try, you know.
Oh yes, indie creator. Look, you have to fit it in when you can, and especially being a stay-at-home dad. How'd you find your way to Eastern Tennessee from California, bud?
Oh man, you know what? Actually, most of my family was from here, like 5 generations back.
Right.
But you know, things go, they move.
Yeah, yeah.
And my wife, her family's from here, so we just decided, you know what? Let's move out of here and let's go to Tennessee. So.
Yeah, what part of California were y'all in?
Central California, like Madera, Fresno area.
Oh, I got you. Well, you prefer it out here in Tennessee or what?
Oh yeah. I grew up actually in Mariposa, which is like the mountains there too. It's like probably 30-45 minutes from Yosemite. So, and you know, if you lived in Mariposa, you got free entry to Yosemite and things like that. It was kind of nice, but
yeah, absolutely.
You know, it was like I don't know.
Oh,
we
well,
decided we wanted to go live in the mountains instead of the valley.
Oh yeah, well that's awesome. That is awesome, though, and it is beautiful country, both places, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I tell you what, well when I first got to know you on X, man, I was just so glad you decided to come on because I know you have, and I'm not sure you can see it behind us. I'll show your link tree, but you just had your great books. That series, The Structure, and I just wanted to just definitely have you on and talk about it, man, because I was fascinated by it. But not only that, your new book you're working on, The Ashen Lord, which we could talk about in a few minutes. But yeah, by all means, please tell us about The Structure, man.
Oh, well, you know what? Hey, let me just say too that it is a pleasure to be here. It is really nice to get to talk to you and, you know, just get to introduce myself, you know?
oh yeah, without a doubt. Well, man, I appreciate you saying that because I've just been having such a great time doing the shows and meeting the creators and getting insight on the process, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, to begin about my book, the structure, well, that one there, I started because I had a dream one night about a boy who was on a space structure and all this crazy stuff started happening and he was walking through his dreams and I woke up and I'm like, what in the heck? So, you know, I was like, I got to write some of this down. So I started writing it down and I was like, man, I could probably make this into a book. And then I kind of wrote it out and I was like, maybe I'll make it like a mini series. So I decided to make a little mini series and they're all about an hour or so to read.
Right. That's a fascinating backstory on you know how the inspiration came to you, because we you know, we're talking with authors, inspiration comes from a lot of different ways, and you just had a weird space dream. Maybe it's that 10-year-old.
Yeah. It's honestly, I blame it on like when I was 10 years old. I read this book called I think it's Through the Looking Glass.
Right.
Yes, Through the Looking Glass by like John Rango. And that book got a lot of like crazy images in my head of aliens, right? So I'm like, man, my whole life I got these different pictures of aliens, and then like you watch this alien movie and they look different, you know?
Right.
Like they're not how you expect, and then you play games or something and they look different there too. So just, I don't know, everywhere is different.
That's amazing though. I mean, it's like, yeah, hey, and like I said, inspiration comes from all kinds of different places, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, so when we definitely want everybody to go take a gander and read them maybe and stuff, but yeah, tell us a little bit about the space structure and all of that, because that's what fascinated me, is like you said, when I read the synopsis of the book, it was
so the space structure, I don't really know how I came up with the name Delta Psi. It was just kind of one of those things. I come up with the idea that in the year 2030 because I had to come up with a backstory for it. I said 2030. They decided to launch this structure into space to try and save the human race. And the structure only has like famous people who had enough money to be able to get their family on board, things like that. It was like a real private thing.
Right.
And so they sent it into space, and this is supposedly the last remaining people, like the last remaining humans of Earth. And now there's this strange light that is beaming across the skies that are man-made skies, okay, mind you, because they're in like an encapsulated structure, right? This beam of light is killing people, and they're like, what the heck? And then a strange alien comes and visits them, and yeah, they go on quite an adventure there.
It does. The story's fascinating, I'm telling you. And then how long in between? Because I know you have, if I'm not mistaken, you have 3 books in the series.
Yes, I have 3 right now. I'm planning on having 6 in total. I've got most of them typed out. I'm like going through and editing and trying to work on everything, and they're all self-published, so of course there's probably going to be errors. I haven't gone through and had old Mr. Word Refiner himself go through and check them out.
That's right.
I need to do that.
He'll wear the T-shirt just for you.
Yeah. What is it? Why is it so hard?
Yeah. That's.
I don't remember how it goes.
And people watching the show, are not familiar with the X writing community. They're probably not aware of what we're talking about. We're just out in space, but there's a lovely member of the writing community on X, Mark, and he's very engaged. He's a very friendly guy, and he's an editor extraordinaire, ogre, but he's a wonderful guy and helpful. But yeah, so just to fill the audience in of anybody who might not know what the heck myself and Mr. Cook here are talking about.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. It's hey, that's what they get for not being on X and being engaged.
Yeah, hey, go to X. It's definitely the way to go. It's fun. It's enjoyable. There's lots of authors there. You can find lots of great books.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can also find lots of great inspiration and help because, being an indie creator is just a incredible task within itself, and I think I discussed once with a guest just how important it was not necessarily to help up and coming authors or present authors, tell them what to do, but just the biggest help is to tell them what to avoid. It's
like, just try not to let people get ripped off.
Yeah,
same thing.
Absolutely. And it's just no sense reinventing the wheel. It's like tell you what not to do. That doesn't work. Don't bother. So but that's true. And then and of course the first book in the series is fascinating, and then I believe the second one's called The Light of Artagasia. Did I say it right?
Yep, you did. You nailed it.
I'm telling you, I'm becoming a professional host.
Winning, man.
Well, tell us a little about the second book in the series.
The second book, our main character, he ends up going through his dreams, and he ends up in his dreams, in the first book, and he's pushed through a portal, and then he ends up dream walking some more. And it's a really long dream sequence. The second book is it's not really long, but I mean it is like an hour read, so
yeah.
But that's
it's good.
All basically a dream sequence. The second book, and then at the end of it, he wakes up and he's like, oh my gosh, all of this is about to happen right now. Right.
And that's, and I'll tell you what, the length, It's actually probably a plus in this day and age with people's schedules. It's to shorten it up into to kind of a small mini series. It's a lot of sci-fi books. The story is detailed, and sometimes you just so I wouldn't begrudge the lengths at all. And the third book, I can't seem to for some reason. I lost it on the page, as always. That would be me.
The third book is titled Life on Delta Psi. Actually.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, well, thank you, because for some reason I'm not that professional of a host, apparently.
Hey, none of us are totally professional, okay?
We're trying, and again, it might be the cocktails. I'm not sure.
It's what do they call that? Liquid courage.
Yes. We're all dropping our inhibitions and learning about. well, and finally, I tell you, not only being fascinated by your current work, that again, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't gotten to know Jerry, like I said, splendid guy, great member of the writers community, and just fun to engage and talk with. He's at Storytelling Jerry there, without the O on X. But his screen name's right there beneath his video for you. But please give him a follow, definitely. And by all means, go check out the banner that's up all show long, Jerry. And I don't know if you could see it on your end of the video, but up top we have a banner with all 3 books. And the QR code will take you straight to Jerry's link tree, so you can follow along in all his work. And Jerry, I really wanted to talk about, you have a great work in progress called the Ashen Lord, and I know you have a Kickstarter going for it. I don't know if you can see it, the screen behind us, but I'll pull it up for you. And just why don't you go ahead and tell the viewers about that, because I was fascinated by what you're building up as you're getting the Ashen Lord ready.
Well, the Ashen Lord is an Arthurian tale. It's set 15 years after Arthur's supposed death in the Battle of Camlan. I believe that's what it's called, Battle of Camlan. It's gonna have Mordred as the main big bad. We've got our main character, who is a peasant boy who watches his friend get cut down right in front of him and takes up the sword that his friend, the blacksmith, just made, and takes off running and gets posted on this journey to become a knight. And he ends up thrust into the story of Arthur against his will, and
don't want to tell too much more. Don't give spoiler alerts, buddy.
Don't want to get too much there.
Yeah, no spoiler alerts at all. But no, it certainly sounds like a fascinating story too. And the Kickstarter you have going, I know we had talked a little on X. You kind of got a surprise for the viewers out there on your Kickstarter, right?
Oh, yeah. I have reward tiers for people. If you donate to the Kickstarter, you're able to get like a digital version of the book, just a physical copy, or you can get a signed physical copy, or I have the highest tier reward, which is $1,000, and it is a hand-forged recreation of the Claymore Weaver from the story. And it's a 42-inch hand-forged blade. It's going to be forged by Brandon Franklin from Forged in Fire. He was on Season 8, Episode 41. Or at least I believe. Right. Don't hold you to it. Oh, don't quote me on that, But he does great work. Everything else that he's done so far has looked beautiful. I'm pretty stoked about it. So
Oh,
That should be really
yeah.
cool.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's yeah, no kidding. A hand forged sword from somebody from Forged in Fire on a TV show. That's going to be a beautiful piece of work and a great way, ladies and gentlemen. If you considering great indie works and creators and our struggles or whatever, hey. Not asking for something for nothing as a Kickstarter for his great new work in progress, the Ashen Lord. Those swords are going to be, I think, something special.
And you know what? To add more to it, there's going to only be 5 of them. They're each going to be hand forged, so they are each going to be unique in their own respect. Also, the price is going to be $1,000. It's going to be a physical copy of the book, a digital copy of the book, and then the sword as well. And the physical copy is going to be signed. And what else was I going to say? I lost where I was going. Shoot.
Just the sword gets. Hey, if I give you $20, will he forge me a flask for my cocktails?
He might. You never know, man.
That's awesome, though, Jerry. I'll tell you what. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you what. It's something to consider because one, I know his talent from the TV show on Forged in Fire, but this is going to be something special. From the the soon-to-be best-selling novel Ashen Lord by Jerry Cook.
I would only hope, but
that's right. No, Jerry, I tell you what, that is really again, ladies and gentlemen, consider that because that's wonderful. Kickstarter and some really incredible gifts for anybody who wants to help the indie creators as we're on his task, so it's definitely something to consider.
Another thing as well, the $1,000, that's just the sword.
Yeah.
So I'm really just kind of giving the book away with a sword if somebody buys it. It's like
No, I tell you, it's not.
I know it's tight right now, so
yeah. Well, I tell you, it's not a unworthy endeavor though, trying to get the creation going, especially a stay-at-home dad. What do you have, 3 children?
Just one.
Oh, just one. Yeah. Well, hey, It's difficult. Children are wonderful. That's why God made them cute, so you don't.
I told my friend, I said, look, man, he was getting ready to have his first kid. He's like 33, I'm like, hey, man, just be ready, because there's going to be times that you're going to feel like, I want to throw you so bad, but don't do it.
Right.
And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, you'll get it. And he texted me and he's like, I get it, bro.
Yeah. It's
like, it happens, man. You just like, oh God, I'm overwhelmed.
That's right. And Cocktails with Clay, Cav disclaimer. Yes, we love children. Yes,
definitely. I love my daughter so much.
They're fun. I tell you what, they teach you so much. What I found when mine were younger, because mine are grown now, so obviously I'm relaxed, which is why I probably drink so much, as I've gone through their teenage years. But it's you find they really do in the end inspire you into a different mindset of just how amazing not to toot my own horn, but I've done a lot of things and seen a lot of things in life, and still nothing I've ever done was worth that, It was, the kids were the best thing I've ever done.
Oh yeah, I understand that, man. It is the biggest blessing of my whole life as my daughter, for sure.
That's it. And she's gonna. Oh, and I had 2 daughters too. They had me wrapped. They knew exactly how to get daddy to do everything.
her thing right now is screaming.
Oh yeah, well, it'll get there. She'll learn soon enough to just bat her eyes at you and talk sweet. Daddy, can I talk first? Here's my wallet. Jake, go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead. Here's the keys. Take it.
Yep, that'll be it. That'll be you, man.
That's it for sure.
Oh man. Well, Jerry, look, man, I tell you, it's been a pleasure having a little cocktails with you, and talking about life in the Appalachians up there where you're relaxed, sort of raising your child. But no, man, your great work. Ladies and gentlemen, please give Jerry a follow on X. He really is, like I said, I got to know him on X, wonderfully engage with and talk with. Great member of the writers community, Storytelling Jerry. Go ahead and give him a follow. And by all means, go check out the QR code, take you, like I said, straight to his link tree, where you'll be able to get to all his incredible work that he already has out, the Structure series, as well as his Kickstarter for his new project, the Ashen Lord, which is going to come with those incredible swords that he's actually having hand forged from the celebrity Forged in Fire.
Should be amazing.
It really was. You got to promise, Jerry, to let me show it on the show or something. Maybe we can link you in, and when one of them's ready.
Well, the one that I'm hoping to have made for myself is going to be a battle ready, so it's going to be sharpened and everything. They're all supposed to be like a Damascus steel, for the most part Damascus steel, and ashwood grip, and a 42-inch blade. So wow. they're gonna be pretty big, you know.
Oh yeah.
The one that I'm gonna have is gonna be just mostly for promotional, probably wall art mostly, you know.
Right.
Of course, but yeah, I don't know. I was just like, man, what can I do to really make this, you know, a more of a real thing, you know?
Yeah, and that's, I'll tell you what, nothing more beautiful than seeing your creation kind of have some realism and, come out of it. But yeah, you got to promise to come back on briefly and show us one of them when they're ready.
No, I definitely will.
Oh, awesome, Jerry. Awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, it's been fun tonight with author Jerry T. Cook. Please go visit his link tree and get to his current works, the Structure series, and please also consider his Kickstarter and the Ashen Lord project and those swords. And Jerry, my friend, hope you have a great rest of the evening. Try not to sip that gently. I know.
Well, pinky out.
That's right, pinky out.